AWS has a service called auto-scaling.
So what is AWS auto-scaling? Auto-scaling has two parts. Auto-scaling makes sure that I have enough resources to meet my application demand, and it also makes sure that I'm never paying for resources that I'm not using by scaling in and scaling out. So first, I'm going to set up my condition in auto-scaling. I'm going to choose CPU as my matrix, and I'm going to set it at 70%. This is telling auto-scaling that once my CPU hits 70%, bring on additional resources. I will probably set one at 40% as well, that once my CPU get back down to 40%, take those additional resources away. I also want to bring in load balance. I want load balance to balance the load across my resources. So when auto-scaling sees that my CPU has hit 70%, it's going to bring in additional resources. Then load balance is going to balance the load across those resources. Now, auto-scaling is going to continue to monitor my application, making sure that I have proper resources to meet my application demands. And by doing this, it's making sure that the application has a steady, predictable performance.
Auto-scaling helps to optimize, to high availability, to scalability, to fault tolerance, to performance.
Imagine you're building a bridge, but instead of cars, you have users and their requests racing across. Now, what if that bridge could magically extend whenever traffic gets heavy, ensuring no traffic jam? That's AWS auto-scaling for you, constantly adjusting capacity to maintain steady, uninterrupted performance at the lowest possible cost.
Think of AWS auto-scaling as having an eagle's eye view over your applications, constantly monitoring them. When it notices a surge in demand, it adds more resources to handle the load. And when things quiet down, it scales back, so you're not paying for what you don't need.
But it's not just about handling the rush hours smoothly. AWS auto-scaling ensures that your application's performance is optimized, even when user demand is unpredictable. It's like having a smart assistant that knows exactly when to turn the dials up or down.
Setting it up is simpler than you might think. You select your application, set the desired performance conditions, and AWS auto-scaling takes it from there. It's like setting a thermostat for your application's performance.
And it's not just one size fits all. AWS Auto-scaling can fine-tune multiple resources across multiple services. Whether it's EC2 instances, DynamoDB tables, or ECS tasks, it adjusts each component just right, ensuring your application runs smoothly.
The beauty of AWS auto-scaling is in its intelligence. It predicts and reacts to changes before they even happen. Imagine scheduling more resources for a big sale or a product launch without having to lift a finger. That's AWS auto-scaling for you.
All of this technical wizardry doesn't just save time, it saves money. By automatically adjusting resources, AWS auto-scaling ensures you're only paying for what you use. It's like having a financial advisor, constantly finding you the best deals.
AWS auto-scaling is quite important for several reasons. Auto-scaling helps in optimizing costs by automatically adjusting the number of EC2 instances in response to demand. This means you only pay for the resources you need at any given time. High availability. Auto-scaling ensures that your application maintains high availability by automatically replacing unhealthy instances and maintaining a desired number of healthy instances across multiple availability zones. Scalability. Auto-scaling allows your application to handle varying levels of traffic or workload. It automatically adds instances during peak times and removes them during low-demand periods, ensuring that your application can scale seamlessly without manual intervention. Fault tolerance. By distributing instances across multiple availability zones, auto-scaling improves fault tolerance. If one availability zone becomes unavailable, Autoscaling can launch instances in another zone to maintain application availability. Performance. Autoscaling helps in maintaining optimal performance by dynamically adjusting the capacity based on metrics such as CPU utilization, network traffic, or custom application-specific metrics. Overall, AWS Autoscaling is a critical component of building scalable, fault-tolerant, and cost-effective applications on the AWS cloud platform. Stay tuned. There's more to come.
In a world where online demand can skyrocket in a heartbeat, AWS Autoscaling is your safety net. It guarantees that when the world comes knocking, your application can handle the traffic seamlessly and cost-effectively. So why worry about scaling when AWS Autoscaling can do it for you?